iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts.
Playlists and listen live on the free iHeart app.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With Jonesy Amanda's making room for. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Jonesy Amanda's making room for. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On the cutting room floor today.
Have you ever done a romantic gesture for your wife?
Never.
I was going to say, the sentence wasn't even going to end there.
You know,
but-
see this? See all this here?
well, what are you pointing at your face?
Yeah, that's my romantic. You get this, you don't need to do anything else.
Does she feel that you are lacking in the romance department?
Well, one time I did, years ago, we were in Wollongong and it was our anniversary. I think it was like our 5th wedding anniversary. And I set up a nice seafood dinner for her. And I had the song that we played at our wedding.
Oh, that's romantic.
And oysters and prawns and all the stuff she likes. And she said, oh, this is just weird. So that was the last time I did that stuff. So I don't think she likes those sort of gestures.
Okay, well, it's interesting because a lot of women do.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff, I'm not big on this sort of stuff either. But you know that when you walk into a hotel room and there's a stream, is that the word I'm looking for?
Yep.
A path of petals, rose petals. Rose petals on the bed, rose petals in the bath. You know, I've told you what I do when I get into a warm bath. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
I wet.
I wet.
Like a teary-deary doll.
I wet.
I just wet.
Yeah.
I once went to one of those retreat herbally kind of places and they put all my special bark flower remedies. I had to pick which one.
Yeah, didn't they have a whole thing, this is what you're into?
That's right. They said, well, if you know, your chakras or whatever it is have chosen these bark flower remedies and they put it all in the bath.
Yep.
And I got in and just weed. It's terrible. I can't help myself.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. So I'm not into the rose petals being strewn and all that sort of stuff. But there's a woman whose husband wanted to do a romantic gesture for her. She wasn't into the rose petals either. So he gave her what she thought she'd love.
A husband tried to surprise his wife with a romantic gesture, only to discover their hotel bed was covered in crisps. Rachel and her husband Johnny went out in Blackpool to celebrate her birthday, and he secretly asked hotel staff to put 30 bags of crisps on the bed while they were out to surprise his wife.
It's her favourite thing. She loves crisps more than she loves me, so that were it.
But the staff misunderstood, opened the bags and sprinkled the crisps on the sheets like salty confetti. His wife thought they were victims of a break-in when she opened the door, but she still decided to eat some of them.
I've seen footage of it. It's
a mess.
It's just a giant mess. If they let seagulls in, what a horrendous mess it would be. But, you know, no one... You see in movies people are rolling around on money. You see, not coins, but you see people rolling around on rose petals. No one wants to roll around on chips.
I don't think food's sexy. You know, people talk about using chocolate and stuff in sex play. No.
But you've eaten edible underpants.
Yeah, but not off anyone. I just ate them out of the prize cupboard because we were giving them away as a prize. I was just, this particular radio station I was at, I was just hungry. I needed some sugar. And there was edible underpants.
Oh.
And you know what they taste like? They're like a roll-up. They're a bit like a,
or a Listerine tab.
Yeah, they're like one of those Listerine tabs.
Yeah.
And
if you go home and your wife says, your breath's lovely, thank you, I've been eating underpants.
Well, that's where...
No one wins.
No one wins.
Yeah, it's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
On the cutting room floor today...
I'm just having a sip of my cup of soup.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, I'll have a sip of my soup.
We rage in here. It smells like an old people's home the second we come off air because we make a cup of soup.
I don't think tomato's supposed to be that iridescent.
It's my favourite cup of soup flavour. Now they've got fancy ones. They've got broccoli and ricotta and sandwich shoes.
Yeah, that's my
Whereas the basic tomato
Just
is
the
all
basic. The basic. We have a book coming out at the end of the year documenting our 20 years on the radio. It's got pictures in it.
It's got pictures in it.
It's got stories of you and me.
Yeah, that's right. It's got stuff we've done on air. It's got transcripts of our various fights.
Before I did this breakfast radio lark, I wanted to get into breakfast radio, but management of various radio stations was only really employ TV stars or stand-up comedians.
But you were still on the radio.
I was on the radio. We worked at Triple M together, you and I.
Mm-hmm. Not together.
Yeah, well, I worked in a different shift. I worked in the daytime shift, which is where you back announced Triple M Nickelback triple plays.
And you wouldn't get a cup of soup there.
And then you talk about how great the breakfast show. Oh, did you hear the breakfast show this morning? Wendy and the crew, I'm not touching that. Anyway, I got tired of doing that, and I really wanted to do what I'm doing now. And a lot of people suggested, you got to be a comedian. And one day I was having a beer with Mick Malloy, and we were talking about stand-up comedy, and he said to me, I said, I could never do stand-up comedy. I think it's so hard. I don't know how you guys do it. And he said, what you've just been doing now as we're standing on this table, you've pretty much been doing stand-up comedy. You said some funny stories, but people know you. So what you got to do is when you do stand-up comedy, you've got to make it so you're relatable and everyone likes your material. And then you can become pre-funny. Pre-funny is something we've spoken about before.
Yeah, when you're working with somebody and everyone laughs at them before they've said a word because people assume that what they're about to say is funny. You can say the best line of your life, but they'll just tell the time and everyone will laugh at that.
Billy Connolly, classic example. He just gives information and people think it's the funniest thing in the world. So I went and did a stand-up comedy, the open mic night.
How terrifying. I would never do stand-up comedy.
On a Tuesday. And Mick said to me, he cheered me up, fed me beers and told me to go and do it. Then he didn't show up on the night.
He didn't want to see you crap on.
To give me support. But it became so addictive because you write your bit, your 5-minute bit, and the open mic night, it's so fraught because you put your name down at 7 o'clock at night and then they announce the list, tonight's list.
So you're not always on it. And if you turn up,
it took me 2 months to get on, to actually get up.
And did you have to sit there and watch other people?
Yeah, and you couldn't just leave, bugger off, because then they would say, because I did that once and they said, well, that's just set your course back by another 3 weeks.
Right.
So, and then just one night I was just jack of it, so I'm just sitting there watching all the other guys, and then all of a sudden the list came out and they stuck it up on a notice board and my name was there, Brendan J.
And were your jokes still relevant? Were they so timely that you thought, 3 weeks ago this would have been amusing? Now it's terrible.
Well, I had a joke that I opened the show with.
Opened your set with. Let's not overplay it.
My set with. And it was, I'd get up there on stage and it was and it's become known as, and I don't want to wreck the joke right now, but I don't know how to tell the story.
Tell the joke and then we'll tell the story.
I'd get up on the stage and I'd say, hi, I don't know why I'm here tonight because I had a very disturbing day. I was walking in the national park and I came across a skull and it freaked me out naturally. So I rang the authorities. They asked me where I was. I told them and they said, well, okay, well, don't do anything. Just hang there. We're on our way. And I went, rightio. So while I'm there, I looked at this skull and I all these thoughts went through my head, who was this person? How did they get here? What did they do? Why did they have antlers?
Booyah!
And everyone would laugh at that. So one day, I'm doing a breakfast radio show with Amanda Keller. I don't know, have you ever heard of her?
You should see her stand up. It's quite incredible.
So they found some human remains out at Kurnell, which is not anything strange. I think half of Sydney's buried out at Kurnell during the 80s in the underworld wars.
I think your stand-up is out there too.
We're talking about it. So I thought, it's a perfect opportunity to bring out my deer skull material. And I said, I found a skull once. And you...
Naturally curious.
Like, we're on a game show. And I've said this to many people. I've done this joke a few times and no one has ever asked what sort of skull.
No, I didn't even say that.
So I said, I found a skull once and you just went, human skull?
Well, it's a natural question.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Only you. It's like you're on a game show. Human skull for $20, Tony.
But your nostrils just flared from here to breakfast and you said, oh, no, it was a deer skull. It's 6:20.
And here's some Nickelback.
You were furious. And I said, and you said, why'd you wreck? I said, wreck what? I didn't know it was a joke. You said you found a skull. I said, wow, a human skull, that's traumatic. Why? Well, I don't understand. And even to this day, that was 20 years ago. To this day, if one of us goes to preempt something someone else is doing, we say, don't human skull me.
That's what we say.
It's become the phrase.
It's become the thing.
Don't human skull me. I still don't understand what I did wrong with your telling of that story. You should have held up a flag saying, I'm telling a joke.
I should have gone with the story about the wife trying to spice up the marriage with their crotchless undies. That one.
No, I've seen what did to your undies. I've human sculled you again.
You have, but I liked it.
Hey, 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 get ready, everybody, here's some more of Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, 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 get ready, everybody, here's some more of Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, 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 are you ready for more?
Going through the sweepings on the cutting room floor.
When you leave your house, say you're going to go and stay somewhere, or just go out for the night, do you take any creature comforts with you?
I'll take a toothbrush and some deodorant. Sometimes I...
Well, your wife must think you're off to crack on. You're only going to the pub.
Oh, I thought you meant it for an overnight stay.
Yeah, well, but all right, for an overnight stay. Let's start with an overnight stay.
Okay, overnight stay. I'll
You're
take...
like Reacher. You just take a toothbrush.
I just take a toothbrush. That's all I need.
No underpants?
No, I just go and kick some ass and clean my teeth, and that's what I do.
Okay, no fresh undies.
I might take some fresh underpants. I go to take deodorant, but what happens, I forget it, but then wherever I'm going,
People
hey,
remind you that you've forgotten it.
Hey, Amanda, can I borrow your deodorant?
Yeah.
But you use the roll-on.
Yeah, and all my hairs are trapped in it.
Yeah, I don't know where you've been using it.
In a hotel. But you see people who take, when they go away, they take pillows, they take teddy bears.
Oh, no,
what
I'm
about
not
Shane Warne taking baked beans when he
Well,
travelled?
he didn't like the curry when he went over to India. That was the only reason.
What about this couple here? A hotel has charged a couple $280 because they brought their own shower head. So they took the shower head off. The hotel claims that they broke it, but they say it could have been reinstated. They took the shower head off, unscrewed it, and used their own one. They used their own something or other filtered shower head that you get on Amazon. So they go just away for a couple of nights, unscrew the shower head, then put theirs in, take theirs out again at the end of the stay, but didn't screw the other one back in, just left it there. And they've been charged from the hotel. The hotel has said broken shower head, $280. They have said it wasn't broken. All you had to do was screw it back in.
I agree with I'm siding with the hotel on this one.
Me too.
If you do that, you put it back.
Sorry, you touch it, you pay.
Because you have broken it.
Yeah. And they didn't bother putting it back.
Yeah.
Most people online seem to be siding with the couple saying, oh, just put it back. Why should they?
No.
Why should they?
No.
No,
and also because they've got those water filters. I'll tell you something right now.
Tell me something right now.
The modern shower head's got this water filtering device, a water saving device, so it doesn't gush out so much.
And in a hotel you'd need that.
Yeah, so you can unscrew it, take it out, do whatever you want with that, put the shower head back on, and you get a good stream.
Meaning what though?
Well, if you want to get a good stream in your shower.
But what you should do is replace it if you're doing that in a hotel.
Anything you do in a hotel room, you replace. That's what you do.
Or else you pay. Like you eat stuff from the minibar, you pay.
What about those minibars?
Someone comes to make your bed, you pay.
Have you seen the minibars now? You move a beer or something and you get charged for it.
That's always been the way in Japan. I used to travel there with Beyond 2000 in the 80s. You'd think, oh, what's this? And clunk, you'd take it out. It would close up and you're charged with it.
Yeah, so
that's my excuse.
That's why you drank that's why you were like Denzel Washington in Flight. Hook it into the minibar.
A friend of mine once phoned down to reception in Japan and asked if there were any messages. The next minute, there's a knock at the door. Someone's turned up to give her a massage.
This friend you?
Lost in translation.
Yeah.
Another friend phoned down asking for a hot water bottle.
Yeah.
And up came, they must have confused them because an emptied bottle of whiskey filled with boiling water arrived.
Well, the Japanese. Didn't you have another friend that asked for some pornography?
No.
Oh.
I didn't travel with you. What about this story? Something similar. Would this work? Someone has said here, I keep a universal remote in my bag to turn down pub TVs if they're too loud. So this person travels with a universal remote. Would that work if you're in a pub and the TV's too loud? Could you turn it down yourself?
Yeah. I've got a Samsung TV upstairs and downstairs, and the one controller does them both. You can hold it in front of it.
And so
that's just so there is a universal remote that you buy from. So that
doesn't mean that the pub has to have Samsung.
No. You can have a universal remote. So I'd imagine I've seen them at JB Hi-Fi and J-Car and all those shops, and you got a universal remote.
That's a great idea.
great.
Because I'll often be in a restaurant or at the pub and I just think the music's too loud. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, everybody, the music's too
You
loud.
could go in there and say, "Excuse me, I'm on TV right now. Let's
And
flick
turn
over.
it up and turn it up.
Let's flick over to this lady on the piano. Gee,
Yeah.
she's good. Excuse
Shush,
me.
everyone, she's talking.
I'm trying to watch the dogs at Shepparton. No.
No.
Look at this lady.
I think that is a good life hack. I'm going to get a universal remote and
Yeah.
keep it in my bag. Would it work with you?
What do you mean?
Well, I just pointed at you and you'd be quiet.
You can't turn me down.
No, you can turn me off.
Yeah. It's Jonesy Amanda's cutting room floor.
On the cutting room floor, and it seems the Kardashians have done it again.
Before we even get to what the new product is, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you find a woman's nipple that's pierced attractive?
Oh, that's hot. Yeah,
Is it?
that's pretty hot. Yeah.
What is it about that?
I don't know. Just
Because it keeps it erect?
and it speaks volumes, and you sort of go, "Oh, yeah, that's pretty." You know.
You only like it, I'm sure, if it's pert. What if it's hanging down the bottom where your nipple might be?
I don't know. I haven't come across those. I've seen.
Have you seen ones in the flesh?
Yeah, like you know, I wrote for Live to Ride magazine and still do, and you know, there was a lot of girls that had that sort of piercing and stuff like
Who
that.
work in the office?
Yeah, they're just the secretary. You know, that's what they
What's
do.
the context?
Well, they're the models pose on the motorbikes and
Oh,
stuff
I
like
see.
that. Yeah. Yeah, Christmas parties and stuff like that. You know, they'd hang a bauble from there or something.
Would they?
Yeah.
So they walk around topless, hanging a bauble
Not
from...
topless, but, you know, they like showing it off. That's the thing.
Well, if they weren't topless, how could they hang a bauble from it?
They might use a magnetic one or something like that.
Magnetic bauble. Well, what's interesting
Yeah, right.
is it, apart from your weirdness
It's not weird.
and fib, Kim Kardashian has a line of support undies and shapewear.
Skims. She's got the Skims?
It's called Skims. And she has released she's released a bra that's very popular, but now there's the ultimate nipple bra. It promotes perfect fullness with a built-in faux nipple. Well, she first of all had the faux nipple. You could buy the bra, and even if your nipples were way down the bottom, it would make them look like you were on high beam and they're up high.
Right. What
Now-
happens if your bottom nipples were big as well? You have 4 nipples.
Well, yes, I think there's enough padding that you don't see your actual nipple. You just see the
Righto.
fake one.
Yeah, 'cause
And
you
no
go
one wants
with-
nipples on your bottom.
You go
Your
with-
bottom nipples.
What's that one down there? Oh, there's one here and there's one down here.
But what they've got now is this bra comes with a built-in nipple ring,
Right.
a nipple piercing. So if you wear this bra just with a T-shirt over it, it looks like your nipples are pierced.
Okay, yeah, and that's sexy.
Is it?
Yeah, because then you think, oh, hang on, what's going on here? What's happening here?
And then how would you feel if you went home and the bra comes
Well-
off? It's like inflating a zodiac.
Yeah, all of a sudden, well, hang on, that's false advertising.
And would you ever, if guys, would they have any version of false advertising? Spray on hair.
Yep, that's
All
true.
that's false advertising.
Yep. Well, I don't have a false Prince Albert. It's all real.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't think you like royalty.
You get your baubles on that.
You're more of a Republican.
Get the magnets away.
Get your magnets away. Well, this is interesting. This bra, as they say, was, quote, made
Yep.
to be seen, designed to give off a natural, perky appearance. And if you only want to have, it comes with 2 attachments. If you only want to look like you've got 1 nipple pierced, which I think would be more attractive than 2. What do you think?
Yeah, 2 says that you're right into it.
Whereas one says,
I like to dabble
I'm a
with
little
stuff.
bit curious.
I'm a little bit curious, but I'm not going the whole hog.
Well, that's what 1 is. You can take out the implant part of the bra, so it looks like you've just got 1.
Mm-hmm.
And as they say, this is the ad, get the ooh without the ouch, because that would be a very painful piercing.
I know people that have had nipples pierced, men and women, and they all say, you say, doesn't that hurt? And they go, nah. And they go, yeah, it is. It's like getting a needle through your nipple. And I go, well, yeah, that would be painful.
Where's the most painful place to have a tattoo? And I don't mean Vegas versus Britain. Like, what part of your body?
I reckon your throat. I've heard people across your larynx getting across your neck tattoos because,
And calves would hurt,
oh, no, I could calf would be easy.
you reckon?
Yeah,
What about the tender underside down the side?
On the ribs, I've heard people say about the ribs, that hurts. But tramp stamp's probably the best place to get a tattoo.
Like your lower back.
Yeah, or your bum.
Really?
Yep.
Have you got any?
No tattoos, no.
Sure.
Yeah,
If you were going to get one, where would you have it?
I get on my arm. But yeah, big one on my arm.
A big one.
I'd get one.
Why in your
reasonable.
mid-50s, late 50s,
No,
would
I'm
you
not
get
gonna-
one on your
Not
arm?
going to get one. Not going to get one. Not going to happen. I missed the tattoo boat all those years ago when I was 18. Almost got one. Was in the shop, ready to go. I had this great design. It was a skull.
Lucky for you, Paddington Bear's still popular.
It was Paddington Bear. No, it was a skull with a mohawk, and then behind it was a Australian flag, but a battle flag, Australian flag. And it was when I was into the whole punk scene. And the tattooer said, that is a really good tattoo. I love that. And I said, oh, great. And he said, but, mate, come on, you've got to make an appointment. You just don't walk in, come back next month. Because I was 18 and I never got round to doing anything, I just didn't get round to doing it.
Well-
now every man and his dog's got one.
Well, Anita McGregor, who I do the podcast with, Double A Chattery, she got a tattoo last Christmas
Yep.
of the Canadian Rockies, a small one on her hip, and her son got the same. And we, at some point, because it's Double A Chattery and the imagery is little teacups, we drink a lot of tea together, we were thinking of getting a tiny teacup tattoo.
Right.
How would you feel if I got a tattoo before you did?
If you got a tattoo, I'd be fine with that.
What if I got a nipple piercing before you
Well,
did?
that'd be distracting.
And I'd hang a tea bag off it and walk around refreshing everyone's tea.
And I'd say, is that at your nipple? What's that?
It's a good little urn. Boom.
It's Jonesy and Amanda's got a room floor. It's Jonesy and Amanda's got a room floor.
On the cutting room floor, what's Sarah Ferguson up to now?
Well, she's a big defender of her husband, Prince Andrew. So there's that. Also, we've interviewed her. She's very open. She's a loosey-goosey, isn't she?
Yeah.
She doesn't have many boundaries when it comes to the chat. Here's what she said, because when the Queen died, she took over the care of the Queen's remaining corgis, Muck, M-U-I-C-K, and Sandy. She inherited those two dogs.
Is that like Lady Muck?
It's M-U-I-C-K, so maybe it's pronounced differently. Maybe it's Lord Mook or something.
Mook.
Anyway, well, this is what she has said about caring for the Queen's corgis. Quote, I have her dogs. I have her corgis. Every morning they come in and go, woof, woof and all that. I swear it's the Queen talking to me.
Well, dogs bark.
Yeah. She goes on to say what an honour it was to know Queen Elizabeth II, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
But do you think the Queen would be happy knowing that Fergie's saying that her corgis are channeling her to speak to Fergie?
I think the Queen liked Fergie because she's as mad as a box of hair.
Yeah,
And I think
she's
the Queen-
barking mad to speak of corgis.
Yeah, true. So the Queen, I think, was probably bemused by it.
Well, Andrew it was always known Andrew was her favourite child. So but I that terrible time, I was in England filming for Beyond 2000, I remember, when Fergie was caught having her feet sucked. She was separated from Prince Andrew, but the footage came out. She was staying at Balmoral. The footage comes out. It's on the front page of the paper. And she had to come downstairs where all the family was having breakfast and face Prince Philip.
You're on the front page.
Oh, what am I doing? Am I channeling a corgi? No, you're having your feet sucked. And there's Prince Philip, full of derision. Apparently he stormed
It'd
from
be
the room.
hard being a royal. You think of, say, Prince Charles and Camilla. You don't even remember those tapes. Remember the tapes all those years
Well, it was
ago.
terrible that a private conversation of theirs was recorded. That is
Yeah.
terrible. But this is where they spoke to each other. And when you look at the transcript, it's full of love and they're like a couple of kids. But it's about him wanting to be inside her trousers, which led to the infamous I wish I was a tampon conversation.
It just and have you read the do you want to do the transaction?
The whole thing?
transaction.
Are we allowed to speak like this?
I don't
All right,
know.
let's start.
It's on there. You can do
All right,
whatever
let's
you
do it.
want
All
on
right.
the internet, man.
I'll be Camilla.
Okay, yes, I would imagine.
is a
I'm
recorded
Charles. Are you going to do the voices?
It's like that program, Start the Week. I can't start the week without you.
Yeah, I fill up your tank.
Yes, you do.
Then you can cope.
Then I'm all right.
What about me? The trouble is I need you several times a week.
So do I. I need you all the week, all the time.
Oh, God. I'll just live inside your trousers or something. It would be much easier.
Oh, what are you going to turn into, a pair of knickers?
Oh, you're not going to come back as a pair of knickers.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. Oh, you're going to come back as a pair of knickers?
Oh, God forbid. A Tampax. Just my luck.
Oh, you're a complete idiot. And what a wonderful idea.
My luck to be chucked down the lavatory and go on and on, forever swirling round on top, Never going
Oh,
down
darling.
until the next one comes through.
Or perhaps, what? Or perhaps you could come back as a box.
Oh, what sort of box?
A box of Tampax so you could just keep going.
That's true.
Oh, repeating yourself. Oh, darling, I just want you now.
Do you? So do I.
Desperately, 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 I thought of you so much at Yarrabee.
Did you?
Simply mean that we couldn't be together. How mortifying for them when that was
And
made
that guy
public.
came
And here we
out
are
there.
reading it on the radio.
Yeah, we're just reading it out there.
He's now our king and she is our queen.
Yeah, so
But, but there've been lots of scandals.
silver lining.
What about, is that what the tampon is called? What about when Prince Harry, he's written this in his book, so he's written it and editors looked at it and thought this is all fine. When he said that he'd got frostbite on his area.
Oh, this is when he used his mum's bloody hand cream.
He said, upon arriving home, I'd been horrified to discover my nether regions were frost-nipped as well. And while the ears and cheeks were already healing, the todger wasn't. It was becoming more of an issue by the day. His downstairs, he said, was oscillating between extremely sensitive and borderline traumatised. I've been trying to get some home remedies, including one recommended by a friend. She urged me to apply Elizabeth Arden cream. I said to my friend, my mum used that on her lips. You want me to put it on my todger?
Yeah.
So, And then he also said he took magnesium supplements. It's all in his book to help with his anxiety. It did, he writes, but in large quantities it had an unpleasant side effect, loosens the bowels, which I learnt the hard way at a mate's wedding.
Oh, at the wedding.
Yeah.
I didn't know magnesium does that.
Yeah, apparently
You don't see them with those ads for Chemist Warehouse or Priceline Pharmacy.
Well, it probably says in the disclaimer, we'll make you poo your pants.
That'd be the worst. Pooing your pants.
Or they don't have
at
as
a
a
wedding.
disclaimer for, Tampax may end up in a conversation with the royal family.
But look at Harry's at someone's wedding. Already he's stealing the show, and then he goes and shits his dax.
So much for a white wedding.
Okay, kids, that's it for today. Come back tomorrow for more Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.